In late October of 2022, news stations around the world reported that 94-year-old Amou Haji of Iran had passed away. Why was this man in the news? Well, Amou was known as being the dirtiest man in the world. Seems pretty reasonable since he hadn't bathed in over 67 years. Amou claimed he hadn't showered because he was afraid it would bring him bad luck. If good luck is measured by the amount of years you live, I'd say his superstition worked. But can the average person pull this off? Welcome back to Curiosity, and today we're talking about what happens to your body when you don't shower for a year. How bad will you stink? Is the smell the least of your problems? We're talking about all of that and more, so stay tuned. You're suggested to shower 2 to 3 times a week. Now, if you shower once a day, that's fine, but any more than that can cause you skin problems according to experts. For many people, just a couple of times a week works for them. Did you know that only 66% of Americans shower daily? Sure, this counts as most people, but you still have 36% not cleaning themselves every day. But what about baths? Well, it's pretty clear the majority of folks in the US and UK prefer showering, but a British survey from 2016 showed that a third of people still take baths a few times a week. While a good bath once in a while is relaxing, showers are so much quicker. Since we live such fast-paced lifestyles, we want something we can hop in and out of quickly. When was the last time you heard about somebody taking a 2-minute bubble bath? The question is, what's more effective? You may not realize this, but baths and showers do different things. It all depends on what you're looking for. If you want relaxation or treatment for chronic pain, a bath will do just that. A study from 2018 showed that people who took immersion baths in warm water experienced less fatigue, anxiety, and depression. But if you're looking to clean germs and dirt off your body, a shower is the better option. And I'm not just talking about warm water showers. These days, a lot more people are experimenting with cold showers. It's all the rage for people in the health and fitness community. The benefits of cold showers include reduced fatigue, increased circulation, and weight loss, among others. So now that this is out of the way, let's get to the big question. What would happen if you didn't shower for a whole year? Stories like Amou Haji are an extreme example. There aren't too many people who got 60+ years without cleaning themselves, but you can bet there are people who've gone a full year without properly cleansing their bodies. I'm not sure what the scenario would be for you. Maybe you lost a bet or something, but let's explore it. First off, you'd stink up the room. The most obvious sign of a person who hasn't showered is body odor. This is one of the first things you'll notice, sometimes after just a full day. Are people covering their noses around you? Well, just imagine how badly you'd reek after a full 365 days. It'll be enough to have people vomiting the second you come close to them. Because your skin hasn't been touched by soap, the top layer will be dead. This is known as the stratum corneum in the science world. It's made up of excess proteins that has built up over time. By this time, your skin has also collected a pretty significant amount of bacteria. This will make you smell even worse after you've broken a sweat. The dead skin will even collect on your scalp. This will cause your head to itch like crazy. At this point, it's way past dandruff. You're dealing with something different. Once you're not shampooing your hair or washing it with any type of water, oil has collected over your head. This oil is known as sebum. When too much sebum accumulates in your hair, it will stick to the dirt and bacteria that has also accumulated. Over time, it will have your hair looking like a dirty mop. If your skin's already this bad, imagine what would happen if you got cut. What's the first thing you're told after cutting yourself? Wash it out, right? Well, since washing's out of the question, what's next? It all depends on the kind of cut you have. We'll keep it a light cut for this scenario, one you can fix yourself. If you've suffered a small cut and haven't cleaned it out, bacteria will build around the area. Soon enough, the soft tissue will become infected. People who don't wash on a regular basis are generally at a greater risk of infection. The infection will only get worse as time goes on. Remember, you won't be showering for an entire year. Sooner or later, you're going to experience pus. That's right, pus. If you've ever experienced pus on any part of your body, you know how scary it can be. If the excess sebum comes in contact with your infection, large bumps can form on your skin, as well as around your hair follicles. It's not just pus bumps, that's an extreme example. You can also develop acne all around your body. Acne happens when sebum plugs your hair follicles. With all the bacteria and sebum you've collected from not showering, you're in for some really intense acne. Believe it or not, this isn't the grossest part. Let's talk about what your feet will be going through. If the rest of your body is suffering, just think about how your feet will be. I'm not just talking about a horrific smell, it's also what's growing down there. Remember all the dead skin we were talking about before? Well, you can get some of that between your toes too. Since you're not cleaning this area, the dead skin will dry up and become crusty. Now here's where it gets really bad. That's right, your feet haven't even seen the worst of it yet. Your toes will start to grow fungi. Now it's getting really fun. Ever heard of athlete's foot? Sure, this is a condition normally associated with people who play sports, but believe me, non-athletes can get it as well. Athlete's foot happens when the fungi on your skin grows out of control. This happens in moist, warm areas that generally haven't been cleaned. Think about it. You're walking around with your gross, dirty feet that haven't been cleaned in months. Heaven forbid your shoes are dirty as well. This warm, sweaty environment will be a factory for fungi. Once that year is up, your feet won't even look human. But a fungus on your foot is only one of the places it could grow. Let's say you're putting on your underwear in the morning. Your dirty, bacteria-covered foot is going to have to go through that underwear. Unless your feet are as thin as noodles, you're going to come in contact with the side of your underwear. From there, the bacteria will be transferred to the fabric, where it will be squished right up against your groin. This is how the fungi spreads throughout your body. Fungus or no fungus, your groin will still suffer. Your head's not the only place with hair follicles. Remember, your groin area can also produce sebum. Since you're not washing, this area will become infected. If you thought the pus bubbles around the waist were bad, just imagine the ones that will grow below the waist. There's also yeast to consider. The redness and swelling around the groin could very well be a yeast infection, which happens when the area becomes irritated. Sometimes the yeast infection is so painful it's hard to even walk. So what will happen when you finally do shower? Now that the year has passed and you're finally going to shower again, what happens to your body? Well, for the first little while, not a lot. It will take quite a bit of time for your skin to return to its original state. Just think about all the oil and bacteria that has collected over the span of a year. You're going to want to shower once a day for the next few weeks just to catch up. Your body is a wild thing. It's so crazy when you find out how it really works. Care to learn more? Let's keep your curiosity going with a couple more videos, shall we? Here's what you need to know. Check out a timeline of how your body heals after you quit smoking. Or how about what happens to your body after 30 days of no alcohol? Go ahead, click one, or better yet, watch both and learn more about how the body works. What's the longest you've gone without showering? Let us know in the comments below.